Okay.
Perfect. So I can open up the session. Thanks everybody for joining. Thank you, Sun, for being here and giving this presentation to us about the Guaranteed Tech Academy. I will let you take it away.
Thank you so much, Sally, for your support and give us a very good opportunity to talk with MCAF clients. We guarantee to contribute to the community. So we hope to create a very good opportunity for the people today. By the way, I would like to introduce the instructors for the program. So Eddie Young, he's the instructors. So Eddie, could you say a little bit about yourself, please?
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Great.
Yep. So yeah, so my name's Eddie Young. I've been a technician in the field for, I'll date myself here a little bit, 23 years now, I guess, since 1999. I hold the refrigeration air conditioning license, hold a gas fitter license, and an oil burner license as well. I've worked both in the commercial field, but mostly in residential field as well. So I've been, well, I taught this year. It's the first year of GTA this year, so we're almost, we're coming to the end, winding down the end of that, and I feel pretty confident the students are going to be in a good spot to write their exam.
Thank you, Eddie. Unfortunately, like this, Tom Taylor, he's the owner as well the principal. He's on the urgent business trip today, so he cannot participate with us. So my name is Sun Trings. I'm take care of the students in the programs. I have them go through all the process from the academics programs to the we could say the financial support, how they work with the student of student loan or any other government departments in order to gain their bursaries, loan, grants. So I guarantee that I can have you go through everything like that. You can gain some support from the government. And today I would like to introduce you about the refrigeration and air conditioning pre-employment programs. And we go through some questions like this. So the first, maybe we could, some people ask why we start the trade school and what does guarantees mean? The next is why the typical day, what is the typical days as a refrigeration and air conditioning technicians. I will go through with you, and so Eddie, he's a very expert on the field. He can share more information about that. And we go through the like key information about refrigeration and air conditioning programs and how you can find more information. And the last one, we can answer your questions. So the first question is why we decide to start a trade school. We come from the reality that is very challenging. It's very difficult for us as the technicians companies to hire the technicians. And when we hire them, that is they don't qualify in terms of knowledge and hands-on skill and experience. And so that's why we could say that it's very difficult to find the qualified technicians to work in the trade. So that is so come back with that situation, the current situations now in New Brunswick, as well as in Canada, is very huge opportunity for all people in the trade, especially in refrigerations and air conditionings. So now you can search on Indeed.ca or jobbanks.ca, is you say that is very, very hard to find a good candidate on those hiring software. So we decide to start a trade school to provide the community the number of technicians, not only just focus on their knowledge and skill. We provide them the real practice in the field so they have the experience. And we believe that we can provide the students a very, very good opportunity for their potential career in the future. So that is, they say, what does a guarantee mean? So we say here that is guarantee that is the people who come to the school, we provide them that is they have full knowledge in the class with the experts. And when they have the knowledge in class, so we help them to transfer those knowledge into skill. So we have 2 days in class, and after that they have 3 days in field. Like the current program we have 2 days in Monday and Tuesday in class. And so we have 3 days from Wednesday to Friday, they practice in the field. So based on those things, we believe that is they have full knowledge, they have full skills, and we create opportunity for them to have the career to get a job when they graduate. So guarantee mean they have knowledge, they have skill, and they have a job after graduate in some way. So that is the guarantee. So do you have any questions about guarantee up to now? So now, so we go next is I explain a little bit about the guarantees in our school. For the student who learning in our school, so we say the top 20 students, we can guarantee them they have the full-time positions after they graduate. And the rest, we create the 12 months programs, we could say the action plan with the potential employers. And they provide the support for the student. Like we develop 12 weeks, and every week we talk with the employer, exactly we evaluate the student performance. And if they have something feedback in terms about knowledge and skill, we have that student to fill the gap right away. And they can improve week by week. And even like after 12 weeks, it means 3 months, we sit down with the employers, and if the employer say no, I don't like, I don't want to hire this student because they still lack of knowledge and skill, we commit to refund the whole salary they have paid during 12 weeks plus 10%. So that is, we open the door for the students. They can enter any business, and we strongly believe that when they enter the business, they show their knowledge and skill, they get the position over there right away. Based on what I just mentioned, there's a shortage staff in New Brunswick, in Atlantic, and in whole Canada up till now. And when they come in, they have knowledge, they have skill. So that is very, very, very potential to get a job. So that's why we say that's a guarantee. And so what is a typical day as a refrigeration and air conditioning technicians? I can share this, and Eddie will add more because like he have very, very experience on those things. So that we could say every day can be different, but most of the service they have, we could say we cannot predict anything. But the main thing is they deal with some repairs. They work with new customer, and they face every new challenges daily. And for the service technicians, so installations technicians, they maybe they work like from 8 to 10 hours per day. So complete the project from renovations to new build. And who are our partnerships? So currently we have the 4 partnerships. So we send the student to those companies for their practice. And you can see that is here is the main company is ET Mechanical. So that is located in Fredericton. The other is the PM's Mechanical. The others is Fetty Beach, and the last one is Climate Control, located in mountains. And some information about the refrigeration and air conditionings. So this year we plan to start the programs in September, and this lasts around 32 weeks. And as I mentioned, that is a 2-day in class and a 3-day in field. And we don't target on the big groups. So the maximum of students is around 10 students, the maximum 10 students in class. So do you have any questions up to now? So if you have any questions, so you can, that is as phone numbers, that is emails you can send, that's a website you can click in for more informations. And here's a Facebook you can search on to see how our Guaranteed Tech School go. So do you have any questions for our presentations?
Thank you so much for that presentation. Oh, Daniel has a question. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you so much for the presentation today. It's really helpful for, I know a lot of my clients especially are going to be finishing school soon. So this might be a program they'd be interested in. I was wondering about an application process. What does that look like?
Yes, on our website, so they can search on the admissions, and that is they can apply they can fill in the information on online applications, and we receive informations, and we will assess the qualifications. Mostly they need to be the high school diploma or equivalence, and if like the newcomers, they need to have the English, we could say communications, because like they learn what instructions, they go out with the field to work with technicians, and they have to communicate with homeowner, so they need to have the communicative English level. And that is that is the applications, and we will assess the applications, and we contact with the candidate for further interview, and we make the decision from there.
And is there a deadline for that application?
We expect this is happens everything we finalize around June. So now we end of March, so we have around 3 months to receive the applications. And by the way, up till now, I got around 6 applications already. So like I mentioned, we just want to limit the number of students. So that is, we have around out of 4 applications for this year. So that is maybe we could say the first come first serve, and we make the decisions to choose the best students.
Thank you so much.
And I could say that is it's good is 6 students up till now, and 4 of them work with the student loan and the others government's department, they call like the TSD, the training skills development, and they can gain the support, I mean the grant from those departments, so they don't have to pay back like a loan. So that is good is if I can talk with the newcomers, the most people, yes, on 6 students up to now, they have 1 student, they have the mature student that is around 40 years old, and he's come from Dubai, and he willing to come back school, and I have him, he's on the process now to work with the TSD and the student loan to receive some support to cover for tuitions, and the maybe he can apply for EI during the time he stay in school. So that is I can work with the student on those things as well. So make sure they have support. I mean financial support, and that's it make them feel better when they go to through the school, and when they graduate, they very good opportunity to we could say that is a sustainable career for their future. And by the way, could Eddie, could you share a little bit that is a daily job and task at the technician they have to perform in the field based on your experience?
Yeah, so there's all kinds of, so once you get into it and you get your, say your first block certification, you come out as a first block refrigeration air conditioning technician, there's lots of different avenues that you can go from there. You can focus on the residential field. You can look at commercial work, so working in bigger buildings. When you go to the supermarket, all those coolers and all that sort of stuff need to be, and freezers need to be cold. There's also like rooftop units, so big like apartment buildings or office buildings. There's also maintenance, so a lot of times coming out of it, you'll be a maintenance technician. So which means you're cleaning, servicing, keeping everything up and running efficiently and properly. And then there's another avenue you could go as an installation technician as well. So you can become a really good install technician. So some guys that get into it, they don't know where they want to go, and they'll decide once they're into it and decide which avenue they want to go, or maybe they want to dabble in a little bit of everything. So
yeah, thank you.
It's a lot of hand. I guess I should say it's a lot of hands-on. You're working with tools, but there's also when we talk about the refrigeration process and stuff like that, there's a lot of sciences and stuff in there too. So we're talking about moving heat around. We're working with some gases. We are working with some combustible gases and stuff like that too. So there's a lot of safety components there. Hence, that's why we have to do the course so that everyone's certified and able to handle all that stuff.
Thank you, Eddie, so much. So, do you have any questions for the programs and any aspect of the program from the academics content to the job, to the we could say the financial support.
I just want to touch, I see that there was questions in the chat and Sun had answered them. But to answer Cedric, I would say it'd probably be around a level 4 English is what would be required. There is testing and everything, but I think a level 4 is like the level of communication that you'd need to have, or a level of English you'd need to have good communication on the job. I just wanted to touch in there.
Yeah, thank you, Shelley. I can share a little bit about that. Is because the trade school, we work closely with the apprenticeship departments under the apprenticeship government. And from the day one you start in the programs, I will register you with the apprenticeship department. And they issue you the, we could say, the apprenticeship card. It provides you opportunity to go in field with technicians. So legally, if the student if they want to go out to learn with technicians, they need to have that we could say that a license. And so they give the student opportunity to go on the field to practice with the technicians. And so based on those things, we could say the third party, I could say like the governments bodies, they assess the student profile on day one. And we don't want to create a problem. So if the newcomer, we could say the internet, the newcomers just come to Fredericton, we like maybe Eddie or some other instructors can talk with that student and to make sure that he is able to communicate in daily or technical English communications, and make sure he can learn the technical term. They can explain those things with other technicians and the homeowners. And if we think, oh, it's not qualified, we tell that student before he start the program. We don't want to create a problem, and we don't want to solve the problem. So that the best way. We tell the candidate maybe they can invest more time on English. Maybe they come back to MCAF for the English class, and that's a good to start. And when they graduate, a certain level, like Sally just mentioned, the class 4, level 4, so he can start with ET mechanical.
Oh, awesome. Does anybody else have any more questions while we still have Eddie and Sun here?
And Eddie, he's the instructor, so he's a lot of experience. So you can raise any questions with the instructor, so you have more information and more understanding about the programs.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, thank you, Son, for your presentations. So, before when I was in my country, I did electronic. So why, when I got that chance for participate in this meeting, so I knew, okay, I did electronic, but here I didn't get any chance for continuing my school. So why I can say, okay, let me hear what you are saying, but I'm interested. So, but I need some information, more information from Sally from horticulture. Just I have many questions just to ask because I have a family. So if I can say, let me go to school, and I don't know how can I pay my rent? How can I add? How can I pay my car? Everything, you know.
For
Just
sure.
I think it's for 8 months, 32 weeks. I think it is like 8 months.
Yep.
So, but right now I'm working to healthcare. So it is not my, it is not my, what? My,
Your specialty.
yeah, it's not my dreams. Let me say that. It's not my
Yeah.
dreams, work.
Mhm.
So why I can say, if I will get the chance for changing is like today, I can join with this one.
Yeah.
Because I like electronic. This is like electronic. You see?
Yeah,
So
for
why I
sure.
can say, how can I do? That question is for Sally.
Yeah.
It's not for Son. You see?
For sure. I'm gonna put my email in the chat, and I want you to send me an email, and we can meet privately.
Yeah, I have
and
your
we can,
email. You did. You send every day. You send the.
I do send a
You
lot of
send
emails. That is correct.
Yeah.
But we can discuss this like more privately. We can discuss like more specifically you right now. If you have any questions for Eddie or Son, we can discuss, but you and I can meet privately. If you just send me an email.
Okay. But Eddie, I have a question about electronic. That
Yep.
is true? It's like the electronic what I did before?
So yeah, we don't get into a lot of electronics per se, but there is a lot of electrical.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean by the difference?
Yeah.
So electronics, we're talking about you're working with like circuit boards and circuitry and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
So we do a little bit of that for sure. But a lot of it is electrical. Like most of our work is electrical, to be honest.
Yeah. That is good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big part of the course, especially for this first year course. Electric's a big part of it.
Okay. Thank you.
So you would have a little bit of an advantage there, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Does anybody else have any more questions? Thank you, Cedric, for those questions.
By the way, I just introduce a little bit. That is, I come to Canada exactly Fredericton since 2014. I go through every process what the newcomer go through up to now. So I have a lot of experience. I need to work with a lot of challenging obstacles, problems, issues. So I go through every angle like that, and what they submit the application to find a job, go through a lot of interviewings, and finally got a job. So that is, I could say, if you have any issues, I willing to share personally. That is how I go through since 2014, and just share that for your information. If you need something based on my experience as a newcomer, I'm willing to share with you.
Awesome. Any final questions? Mustafa, I noticed that you joined a little bit later. We have recorded the session, and I'm gonna post it to YouTube, and I can send it to you.
Thank you. I see that the meeting is recorded.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. If that's it for questions, if anybody comes up with questions afterwards, just send me an email, and I'll pass you off to Sun, or I'll get the answer for you. But if that's the end of the questions, I just want to thank both Eddie and Sun for doing this session with us today. It was very beneficial, and and you gave us a lot of insight to the program in the academy, and I just want to extend my thank yous for you guys to take the time out of your day to join us today.
Don't hesitate to reach out with any questions, anyone.
Thank
Awesome.
you. If you have any further questions, just contact with Shelly. She can connect you to me, so our Eddie. I can go through everything with you personally.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you both, and thanks everybody for attending. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. And yeah.